apartment is so empty now. Oh my goodness. I know, guys. Good morning. Good morning. You could have cared less that there were movers, huh? You really cared less. They did just fine. They just were nice and tucked away in their cage, all curled up, nibbling at their seed. Hi, Chickenberry. Oh, hello, little one. Hiding behind my little personal jungle of plants. We're camping. So we're camping out in our old apartment now, and it's so big without all of our stuff here. And Chips feels so much better now that the stuff has gotten into the U boxes, which if I had seen those U boxes, they're so small. If I had seen them before we started to load our stuff, I would have been freaking out. And it's funny because then when they showed up and started packing things, he was totally calm. But before they showed up, he was freaking out and I was calm. So we sort of flipped, and it was just... they're so much smaller than I thought those U-boxes would be. And it was definitely worth it to hire professional movers. And they were so nice. They were really, really nice guys, really good at their job. Apparently they do like 3 moving jobs a day, and they've worked for 10 years. And they work like almost every day of the week. They take some days off if there's no jobs, but they're like booked otherwise. And they were totally worth it. They were awesome. I think they're called like Gentle Giants in like the Raleigh, North Carolina area. So if you need to move, I highly recommend them because they were amazingly kind, polite, nice. Like, we put out ice water, and every time they went to get a sip of ice water, because it was 98 degrees, and they're going up and down the stairs with all of our books and our heavy, heavy desks and everything, and every time they would take the ice water, they're just like, thank you so much. And it's like, dude, seriously, it's 98 degrees and you just like chucked half of a library down the stairs. Seriously, you don't need to thank me for having some water to drink for doing this. So it was really cool. They were really nice. It went really, really fast. I was actually in here in the little office, the makeshift office we have. Remember, all of this stuff that I have behind me is actually stuff we're taking to donate. So I know it may seem like we have a lot of things. We're donating that, and we couldn't fit this plant. This is Scuba Steve. This is actually Chips's plant. So he wants to donate this plant to his mom so she can decorate her office with this glorious, glorious, beautiful greenery. And then we will buy new greenery when we move. But yeah, it was really surreal because I was here in this office, and they just were here for like an hour and a half, and I came out and the house was empty. So I spent all that time replying to like emails and trying to catch up on fan emails and plan out things I'm going to do on the channels, and then I step outside and my whole house has changed. It was really interesting. So the U-boxes are going to be leaving North Carolina today and traveling up to Michigan. And they meander, so they don't go in a straight line. The way it works is they load the boxes that you fill all of your stuff in onto a semi, and then the semi kind of makes several stops working its way across the country and loads and unloads boxes at each of those stops. And so when it hits Michigan, and it's guaranteed to get there by the 1st, or by like the 31st or 1st. So when it gets to Michigan, then they'll bring our stuff to us on the 2nd, the morning of the 2nd, 9 a.m. And we have another moving company who will be unloading everything. And it was totally worth it to have the extra money to pay the movers to do it because, wow, yeah, we have a lot of books because Chips is an academic. He studies, he's a historian, he has tons of textbooks. I have tons of textbooks left over from my days of nursing school and like my biology studies and my sociology studies. Ironically, the sociology textbooks are the ones that I like to keep the most. I have a whole bunch of like normal books I love, and I have a whole bunch of manga I love, but I try to whittle it down really, really low, especially when it's something like a textbook, which is usually not only big and bulky and kind of just taking up space, but outdated, because textbooks change so often, especially in the field of biology, that I've gotten rid of almost all of my textbooks, except for one obstetrician textbook that's about this big. It's huge, and it's gigantic. It's like 2,000 pages, and it's normally like $200 or something like that, but it's an old copy, and my aunt had it, and I got it from her because I use it to press flowers. You can put a flower in that obstetrician textbook and then flip it open and be looking at like pictures of babies and like uteruses. Which sounds really weird, but I was a nursing student. I was going to be a midwife too. That was my focus.
And you can just be flipping through pictures and then like dried flowers will just fall out everywhere. You can plop a flower in there and it's so heavy you just close the book after putting the flower in and come back like 2 days and you have a perfectly preserved pressed flower, because that's how heavy the weight is of that textbook. So I kept that textbook, even though the contents of it are irrelevant to my life now. And then I have my sociology textbooks because they're like positive psychology, positive group psychology, development of healthy families, diversity of the family in the modern era, those kinds of textbooks. And I still find those subjects relevant in everybody's life every day of the week. So I keep those for fun. But yeah, there's some random babble about the textbooks that I'm keeping and what's going on. So what's happening now is we're just kind of chilling and camping. We have a air mattress in the bedroom where Chips is sleeping right now. And we're hanging out with his family and hanging out with the birds and hanging out with North Carolina as a whole. And I'm trying to catch up on doing some recording now. And it's really nice. It's part of the adventure. And I'm bringing you guys along on the adventure. So I'm going to try to get back into regular vlogging. I've been having this little voice in the back of my head go, if you don't show up, you're not going to get anything done. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but at least show up. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to sip some tea. I'm going to see if I can maybe record some more Stardew Valley. I kind of feel like going to play Pokemon Go for fun. Seri playing something for fun and not work? What's happening here? And then I kind of feel like doing a silly little vlog where I ramble about how much I love Chips, because I realized the last couple days that I'm such a workaholic that I'm always locked at my desk, and like it takes like practically a force of nature to unhinge me from my work desk and my work cycle and get me to do other things. And because I haven't been able to do my work as I normally do, because there's just been too much going on, there's been a lot of downtime where I'm just like sitting in the same room as Chips and noticing lots of things about him that I love, like when he smiles or laughs, or we played Starbound unexpectedly together. I can't remember the last time I played a game with him where we got to just kind of chill and do that together. And it's amazing. We went on a walk spontaneously. We went out for cupcakes spontaneously. Those are like the datey sort of things that you're supposed to do in a relationship. And I realized that the one who was preventing those kinds of spur-of-the-moment loving moments from happening was me, because I've thrown everything I have into my channels for so long. And so my goal when we move is not only to become a stronger Seri for the channel and to watch the channel and the community grow, because I'm so proud of it and it's going to be one of my life's works, but to be able to do it in a very organized, focused manner. Like right now, recording the vlog of all things processed on the computer to upload for the day, but doing it in a focused, awesome manner and sharing that part of the journey with you guys so you can see how being maybe disciplined and diligent and organized is there so that you can lay around reading random manga on your laptop and watching the person that you love smile and laugh just because you have some downtime together, or going on spontaneous adventures with them. And it's amazing. And I love him so much. I love him so much. And it is a little bit heartbreaking that I realize that all of these spontaneous fun moments we've been having together over the last few days, because are only happening because I've been so busy with the move that I haven't been able to focus on work. And I realized, those moments were probably always there all along. I was just too distracted, or I'm so focused on being productive or thinking that my time has to have a value of some sort of touch to it, that sometimes it's so easy for me to forget, even if it's not working on the channel, it may be cleaning or working out. I always have to be productive with my time. And that's not the kind of environment that encourages those spontaneous, loving moments to appear. You can't schedule those things, and I can't blame him or them for not appearing if it feels like there's no room for something to kind of just spontaneously grow in a moment that you have highly scheduled and you're busy doing other things. So that's kind of a weird ramble, but I'm just trying to explain how I don't want to focus on work 14 hours a day anymore. I don't want the only times I really get to interact with Chips to be when I say good morning to him and then get back to recording, and then when I'm too exhausted to continue recording. He shouldn't have to wait until I'm too exhausted to continue working for me to go, okay, no, let's go see what he's up to. That should come first. That should always come first. I don't know how, that's the classic This is just the classic struggle, isn't it? The classic work-life struggle that everyone has in their own unique ways. And I'm going to figure out what I can do for it in my life and from my perspective, and maybe it'll help some of you guys out. So he is still snoozing, and I love him so much. So I'm going to work on recording Stardew Valley and just see what adventures we can get up to today. I really love this. This is like really, really good for me on a deep emotional level to just have gone like, I love my channel and I know I'm going to devote myself totally to it once we move, but right now it's just fun to kind of hang out and relax and just see what happens and what we get up to with him. I love him so much, you guys. I really, really, really do.
Oh my gosh! This is a true sun shower, isn't it? It is bright and shiny. And it's just pouring rain. Even though it is just, look at this. There's so much rain coming down right now and it's like almost perfect blue skies. And it smells really cool. Oh my gosh, there's like a rainbow. Oh, you can't see it, can you? Oh, you can kind of see the rainbow right here. We have a rainbow off our deck, darling. Do you see it? Right here? Oh, there's a huge rainbow. Oh my gosh. There's a giant rainbow. It's really faint, but it's right here. Oh, it's starting to kind of fade. That was so cool. There's just rainbows off our deck. What a good buy. I love this. What? This is so neat. And it's just blue skies and rain. And it smells really cool because the rain's coming down and it's so hot outside that you can smell that really interesting scent when the soil has been really, really dry and hot and then it gets wet and it has a very certain, like, specific smell to it that I like. Wow. My grandma used to say sun showers were like blessings, and so I always think they're lucky whenever you get to be out in a sun shower. That was so cool. I wonder if more rainbows are going to show up. Look at that. Thank you, beautiful place in North Carolina, giving me some awesome last minute memories. I love this apartment. I'm going to miss it so much. And now, oh, the rainbow's back! Oh my gosh, there's a rainbow! Wow! Look at it! Oh, look at that! We have a rainbow! It's getting stronger! Oh my gosh! That's the most beautiful thing! I've never been so close to a rainbow, and it's just like right in front of me. That's so beautiful. It really is just like something magical. It's a double! It's a faint double! Oh, that doesn't pick up at all on camera. Wow. Wow. And now the rain's starting to slow down. What a beautiful couple minutes. I'm gonna miss this place so much, you guys. But I'm not gonna mourn it. I'm just gonna be grateful for everything I had here, including surprise rainbows. That's just so beautiful. And it's still fading. I'm just gonna stand here while the rainbow fades and the rain goes away and just breathe in the scent of this really, really amazing wet soil, the wet summer soil, and just be happy and grateful that I got the chance to be here and make the memories and share those memories with you guys. This is amazing.